Hey, ladies and gents, it's Zem, and we are doing the review on the H-21 Shawnee in Heliborne. This is a Generation 1, essentially as in this configuration as an assault helicopter. Um, Affectionately known as the Flying Banana, this was developed by a company called Piasecki Helicopter. They started out in about 1944. They developed a helicopter that was essentially a rescue helicopter. They developed, I think, three of them. There is a picture of actually existing the HRP-1. Um, uh, the U.S. Navy took three of them and loaned one out to the Coast Guard. Yeah, crashed in 1951, and then the other two returned to the United States Navy. But this was the beginning of these twin rotor helicopters for the firm of Piasecki. 1949, the the designed group at Piasecki to come up with this concept for an all-metal twin rotor helicopter for the U.S. military. By 1952, it was ready. It was prototyped and obviously flying. It was originally developed to be a cold weather helicopter. It was winterized down to 65 below, I believe. The early models, the A models, had a little bit over 1,000 horsepower Wright Cyclone engine. This thing actually only had one engine to power both of these rotors. The later models, the B and the C model, of course, had the uprated 1,425 horsepower engine and were quite a bit better when it comes to altitude performance and speed and whatnot. So that was, of course, like I said, 1952. It was exported to other countries. 1956, the French got a hold of it. They were fighting the Algerian War. They were kind of interested in see if they could turn a helicopter into essentially an assault. The concept of an assault helicopter. They mounted rocket pods on it. They mounted machine guns on it. They even tried bombs on the damn thing. They found out, of course, the H-21 was not very maneuverable, and it was somewhat susceptible to enemy fire. So yeah, it was not. It did not fare well. The U.S. Marine Corps also tried it, not in an assault role, but as essentially as a tug. The U.S. Army loaned out one helicopter to the Marine Corps, and they used it to tow landing craft, disabled landing craft, and amphibious vehicles to the shore. Apparently, it worked, but they could only get about 5 miles an hour out of pulling a boat or a track tank. Yeah, I don't think the U.S. Marine Corps, as far as I know, took any deliveries of these aircraft. It was just a kind of a one-off test to see how it would work. This was also helicopter was the first with in-flight refueling to fly all the way across the United States non-stop. Yeah, pretty impressive. The B and the C model with the larger engines and the larger, actually had a 6-inch extension on its rotors, were able to carry up to 22 troops or 12 stretchers. With that cold weather capability, this aircraft was used quite extensively on the DEW, the DEW line, in Alaska and Canada. That's why it was kind of favored, because it was kind of, like I said, it was a multi-purpose aircraft, so it could mount skis, it could mount floats, and of course its wheels. So it had the ability to be quite adaptable, and being winterized to 65 below, it was able to be used in pretty harsh conditions. So it was kind of the general purpose workhorse for the American Army all the way up until about 1965, 64, 65, when it started being phased out. 62, it was sent to Vietnam. Unfortunately, with its winterized, high altitude, it did not perform well in Vietnam with the hot, humid weather. So normally being able to carry 22 troops, it was only able to carry 9 in Vietnam. Now, the United States also tried to use this They did some testing with assault roll. They actually took a B-29 turret off there and mounted underneath the chin. They tried a couple of their configurations, and they come to the same conclusion that the French did. This thing was just too, it just lacked in maneuverability to really be effective in the assault role. So by 1964, the UH-1 Hueys were being produced in larger numbers, and this thing was starting to be phased out, at least in the attempted assault role as well as troop carrier. By 1965, when the Chinook was being phased into production, this thing was completely obsolete and was taken out of general use by the U.S. Army. So yeah, interesting aircraft. Like I said, affectionately known as the Flying Banana. Obviously, by its looks, you can tell. Kind of an interesting design to see the concept of this aircraft and how it worked its way up and eventually being replaced by far more modern helicopters. So what do we get in game? Well, we get a couple different versions. We have this one's got, I use the 127 millimeter rocket pods and two 7.62s on the front. In this one, it actually can carry the Hydra, the 70 millimeters, and two 50 cals in the front. So yeah, it makes it very, historically not necessarily correct. It was only used, it was attempted to turn into a assault helicopter, and of course in Heliborne we're using it as an assault helicopter. This thing is slow as shit in this game, and it's huge. It turns like a brick, but hey, what are you going to do? So I'm going to bring up the gameplay for you guys to check out this thing in action and see what it can do. Alright guys, back with the gameplay in the H-21, and I was having a little bit of issue with the recording for some reason. I don't know if it was dropping or what. You'll see I had a little bit of problem when I got playing one of the scout helicopters, the same thing. I couldn't get it to move. I don't know what happened with my ping or what. So, like I said, flies like a fucking brick. I mean, yeah, it's just slow. And that's about the time I got Hatsoon showed up, and he was going to be flying his Huey. We're going to try to start working this over here a little bit harder here. So head up to the captured landing zone at 5. I can carry 10 troops, and I got 8 mortars mounted too. So I'm going to pull around here on 5 and start landing. So yeah, we are. That's the great thing about this helicopter. It carries so many troops. It's relatively easy to take a number of objectives with it. So pull in here, and like I said, I was having some difficulty with the recording right off the bat. I'm not sure what was going on when I was recording this game. Like I said, the issues were a little bit more ridiculous toward the middle of the game here. So drop in here on my first objective, drop it down, start dropping off some troops. Pick up the landing zone at 5. Then I have to pick up 2. So I've dropped 4 troops here, and now I'm going to be heading back here to deal with 2 here. However, I do pick up a couple troops over here. The massive 128 millimeters. Yeah, they do a pretty nice job of eliminating any ground targets. But like I said, I was talking about earlier, slow as fuck. Turns like a cruise ship. So yeah, not the best thing if you're really going to want to, get into a situation where you're going to have to deal with something you have to turn relatively quickly. So pull back around here. Like I said, I'm going to pick up some objectives here pretty quick. Capture the landing zone at 4. Yeah, we're going to pull in here and start picking this up here. Hatsoon is working up on the second one. So we'll just drop in here, drop some troops off, and kind of like the Yak video I was talking about, or I did earlier with the Yak 24. This thing is huge, right? So some of these tight landing zones, you got to kind of be careful what you're landing on. So drop off 4 more troops, pick up the number 4 objective. Now I do have, like I said, 8 mortar troops. So what you're seeing me do here is I'm looking for a spot to drop them at here, and I got it right here is what I'm looking for. In this game, you have to land relatively flat ground. You can't land anything because you're just going to slide down it. So this is a nice place to drop off. Sorry, I'm running in circles here. Drop off some mortar crews here. So drop off the mortars. They're all here right now. So this will give me plenty of mortars to work with the scout helicopter. So I picked up a couple of objectives, and now I'm going to start heading back here. I'm going to go pick up a scout helicopter. I was trying to get as much video of this one as possible, so I'm going to go land and pick up the scout helicopter and see what we can do. There's my door gunner hanging out the side, and I'm going to come back around here and see what Hatsoon's got going on. He was trying to work over too, and I'm going to try to do it here too myself. I'm going to make a pass on him. I got all my rockets and whatnot here. So pick up the first rocket. There we go. Knock him out quick. Yeah, and slide through the trees. Fuck me. Slowly but surely. Go figure. Right? So I drop off, pick up the last on number 2. Now I'm going to have to capture landing zone 2. So that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in here, drop off my last 2. Like I said, really nice with this helicopter is the ability to pick up landing zones. So I don't have it at full health, of course, only 20%, but it was enough to pick up the objective. So no troops left. I got a couple rockets here, and I'm going to head south and pick up the scout helicopter. Hatsoon just started playing with me, so I actually have a bunch of video of him and Ho Monster playing with 3 of us in some multiplayer. So I'm pulling in here. I'm going to drop off the H-21 and pick up my scout helicopter so we can start dealing with things at objective 1. Pull down, drop down. Ooh, nice solid landing. This is typically better than what I said when I first started playing this game. Fuck me. I would come in here. Sometimes I would hit the buildings. Sometimes I would do this. Sometimes I would do that. Pick up the scout. Oh, and this is kind of where I lost a little bit of. I got over here to the objective, and I'm not sure. Normally, I didn't have any ping issues because I could play on the EU in this game and not have no problems at all. But fuck it. I'm gonna blame it on my kids and all their devices they are usually running at the same time I'm trying to play video games. I swear, some days. So pull around here. Yeah, pick up objective 1. Like I said, I got mortars too. Yeah, pick up the see what I can find. Slow down, and got my binocs up. And that's about the time I noticed. Like I said, I was having so much trouble even trying to get the stupid mortar sights up. I don't know why. This thing was. Wasn't like I was cussing at anybody or anything at that moment. So back to the H-21. We're just gonna have to play We're just gonna have to play the assault helicopter role, I guess, which is all right because that's why I'm making the video. Pull on over. We got find and destroy enemy in the infantry marked area and locate and destroy enemy around landing zone 2. Now I remember landing zone 2. I just dropped 2 troops just to capture it. So I'm gonna go over here and see what I can do. Around the corner we come. Got my full rocket loadout, and of course now I have 18 troops because I've dropped off my mortar crews. So pull around the corner here and you can see if we can pick up any of the baddies in blue. There we are. They're everywhere. So drop some there, and there's some down there. Picked up those guys. With those 128 millimeters, they really do a nice job of fucking shit up. We're just going to saturate the area. Like I said, with my door gunner, they pick up a lot of stuff I can't see. You just got to kind of watch where they're firing at. Oh, there he is. Finish him off, and we finish off the objective. 2 is safe now. I'm going to drop here. Like I said, I got the full load of 18. We're going to drop in here and drop off. Yeah, there we go. So I'm assuming with the fact that it only carries 18, this probably would be one of the early, probably the A model, the H-21A model. Like I said, the B and C had the larger 1400 horsepower engines and the bigger rotors. therefore they were able to carry 22. So we're going to move off here. Hatsun's working on the objective 1. I'm going to go give him a little bit of assistance here. So find and destroy enemy infantry in the marked area. So that's what he's up to right now. I got 11 rockets left. And he finished off. Yeah, finished that off. And we're good to go. So I got, like I said, got my troops. I'm going to pull in here. Oh, he picks up a couple baddies. Oh, there we go. Pick up 2 RPGs. That's always nice. And that's about the time Whole Monster shows up. So yeah, we got all 3 of us in here. I just met Hatsun the other day. He was looking at some of the videos on Shrek Gaming. So yeah, I got him into Discord, and we started playing this game with 3 of us here. So drop down, drop off some more troops to pick up objective 1. And yep, here we go. Got that picked up. We're already up to 8 objectives. Just going to finish off a couple more here. Now I'm going to go hunting for some river boats. The 2 7.62s don't really do a great job. I mean, they're not terrible great for knocking shit out, but they don't do too bad. So, door gunner's picking up the baddies on the coast over there, but like I said, I'm looking for some river boats that are running around here. So last spotted over here on the 3 line. Got 9 rockets, and of course my machine guns. Pick the 2 rockets. Pick up the 2 river boats coming through here. Put 1 down, 2. Finish him off. Ooh, finish them both off. Fired a few too many rockets. Only took me 6. Not too bad. Leaves me with 3. We're already up to 9 objectives. Find 2 more coming through. Yeah, we're going to switch to machine guns here and see what we can do. Start working them over. Oh, there's 1. Can I get the second one? Nope, can't quite. And like a water buffalo, we turn around. No. We're going to get out here a little ways, and then we're going to turn around. But I do pick up some baddies over here. But I believe I got Hatsun with me. Nope. That was Whole Monster. Never mind, it was Hatsun. He crashed into the mountain. Shit. So I pull back around here. Oh, like I said, like a water buffalo. Turn around. There you are. See if we can finish off these guys. There we go. Finish off the baddies. And I got 10 left, or 2 more objectives to go. Whole Monster and Hatsun are headed to the north objective. And I'm just going to be kind of hanging out here and see if I can pick up them river boats coming through. They're on the other side of the islands. So pull around. I got 1 rocket left and 54 rounds. So pull around. And oh, yep, they're moving to the north. So you see me empty my magazine so I can get it reloaded by the time I come over the top of the hill. And that's when I pick up the river boat. He's headed south. And let's see if we can maybe. Come on, turn, you beast. Oh, there's 3 of them. So come back around here. Oh, can't quite get him with the 1 rocket I had left. That's alright. We're going to use the 7.62 up. Don't have to get a whole lot into him because he took a hit from that rocket. And back around. We only need 1 more objective to finish it out. Come on, you huge flying banana. Finally get turned around. There we go. Start working them from behind. Yep, finish 1 off. Let's get the second one. And yeah, got him. So, that's all 12. Victory. Thanks for watching, guys.